I might want to be in Twilight.
Yeah. that baseball scene.
I think I wanted to be one of the wolf people because they were tanned.
Oh, you are so cute.
She's gonna go ahead and be like, it's not my field, dancing. No. She's so good at dancing.
You both are great.
She's incredible.
Thank you, my girl.
It was in place of what was supposed to be another little fight sequence, which 2 days before we shot the dance scene, Elizabeth turns around, she's like, right, fight sequence is scrapped. You guys are doing a dance sequence now.
As you do. Can only do in a Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah.
For the course, we should have been like, yep, right, standard. But I was like, oh!
And we were on location as well, learning it in this beautiful castle that we were shooting in. They literally brought in this choreographer, and between scenes, we were just jumping upstairs.
What a nice way to break it up, though. Like, it was such a fun. It was like a treat really for you guys.
Yeah.
That was one of our favorite parts of the
and then when we actually shot it, it was full blown playback.
It wasn't epic.
It was the whole space, big speakers.
Yeah. It wasn't like close-ups, it was a big oneer, there was people everywhere. It felt like we were making a big movie.
You did a wicked one underwater.
I think that was my most challenging. So there was a car at the bottom of a tank, upside down, and I had to go under, and obviously you have to like equalize your ears and stuff, and then they turned me upside down, and I had these things up my nose, and obviously I had oxygen upside down, put me in the seat and actually strapped me in, and
sounds
then
like a nightmare.
Yeah, and then and obviously you're very disorientated, you don't know what's going on, and then obviously you're in complete darkness, and then take that out, and then you just trust, obviously, you know, the amazing team around you, that when you kind of tap your lips, they're
gonna give you
your air. And what's interesting is that I had to kind of preserve my energy, and then when I took it out, then I had to obviously panic. So that's it has to be a controlled,
air so quickly.
Yeah, it had to be a controlled panic, because otherwise you probably would just
burn all your oxygen.
you would panic.
There's a lot of bruises. There's a lot of costume fitting photos where you're kind of trying stuff on and there's just bruises all down your legs. The stunt guys made it so incredible. We literally came in, they studied the way our bodies moved and helped us learn how to do these fights from the way our bodies moved, and it was super streamlined. Both of them together in a film, which just coincidentally happens to be this one.
I might want to be in Twilight.
Yeah. that baseball scene.
I think I wanted to be one of the wolf people because they were tanned.
Oh, you are so cute.
I actually feel
I think I'd want to be one of the wolf people because they're tanned.
But I don't think I was tall and like lithe enough, and but yeah, I think I'd want to be one of them.
I seriously loved the Power Rangers when I was little, so the fact that you played the Pink Ranger to me is huge, dude. It's a biggie. I was very interested in sort of like not like doing a huge departure. I wanted to kind of not play myself, but I wanted to really enjoy the experience. And I feel like the coolest thing that we all could do, even though we are not specifically our characters, obviously, was kind of bring a truthful nature to it. And so I thought, it'd be weird to have a movie about women who are like diverse group of people and not acknowledge the sort of ambiguity of sexuality, and also not doing a love story of any kind either, but just sort of like, I said this to Liz and I was like, I don't want to make it like a story point, but like, how do we sort of get that in there? And she was like, do whatever you want. Like, you're you anyway, so if that's reflected truthfully, then that's awesome. And so I kind of like checked out a girl at some point in the movie. But also, you never really know what Sabina's gonna do. It's such an exciting time to be making movies because the perspective is opening up, and like, there's just like more access to stories that have sort of not had the opportunity to be told, and
that's across the board, right?
Yeah.
Just like stories that we didn't really necessarily get to see, and I think it's not always about a certain, for example, like taking the female thing. It's like not necessarily we need to see a certain type of female. It's amazing seeing, strong, empowered women. That's awesome, but also just the story of a woman. And seeing
the complexity of that
experience. And them kind of
everything.
being at the center of the narrative as well is really, I think that's what people just want to see more and more.
The time that I actually could not stop laughing was a scene where we're all together and Liz is leading us through some sort of plan. I can't remember what word it was. Yeah, she said the horse track like 6 times in a.
Of course, the race course.
Only a small number of sentences, and she didn't realize. Watching somebody who's usually in such control not realize that they're doing something ridiculous and go like, what? Why are you guys freaking out? Like, why are you guys? Why are you guys laughing so much?
What is it? And with
you, like, could not stop laughing.
And she was being so serious as well.
Yeah,
it was so great.
Let's say you find a bomb in your underwear drawer. What's step 1? Freak out and run. Calmly examine the bomb so you can begin to defuse it. Carry it outside and away from innocent bystanders. Or whatever you might actually do.
I would call someone.
Yes, probably me too.
Right.
I would call someone and be like, but who do you call? Like the person that may have put it there, or someone to help you?
The squad that normally comes and puts it in the disposal. Yeah, to put it in the.
It's reasonable.
Ding.
I'd Google how to defuse a bomb.
Wiki how.
Yeah. You're working with a team. Do you follow or lead? You work better when you're given direction. You always take the lead. Depends what job it is. Depends what job it is for me.
Definitely. I would say I like one or the other in extremes. I don't like something in between. I either want to be in charge or I want to follow the leader. Like it's like But I love it's lead or be led for sure.
I'm completely in full agreement on that. That's me as well. What about you?
I think sometimes I find a lot of freedom in structure. Yeah. Interestingly, so again, it's
nice having someone who like knows.
You know where the lines are.
Yeah. So it's one of the two. I think both. What do you do when you're in a bar and someone sends you a drink? Do you nod at them and drink it? A free drink is a free drink. Do you send it back, or it depends if you find them attractive or not?
I'm a little bit cautious when it comes to drinks at a bar. Like if I'm drinking and I put it down, I wouldn't go back to that same drink. But maybe that's just the cautious person in me.
Right. You don't like roofies? Is that your thing?
Oh, God.
I mean,
you're like, I'll pass.
Rather.
I'd always acknowledge. I'd be like, look, I acknowledge you. I probably wouldn't drink it, but I definitely would acknowledge.
I think I'm with you.
That's nice. Your cover's been made. Do you laugh awkwardly and try to talk your way out of it? Backflip over their head and quickly tie them up with the curtains? That's what I do.
Who's that?
Quickly make a beeline for a back door you spotted on your way in.
Oh. Quickly make whatever to preserve the mission.
Yeah, to preserve the integrity of the mission.
That would probably be getting out of there ASAP. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Who's going to believe one person with you know like, oh, I saw, and then next thing you know you're gone. And then, but to be fair, whistleblower Elena, everyone believed her. So you never know. You could do a lot of things in this situation.